Hey guys, it's Mitch here. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about this little coelogyne called Coelogyne huettneriana, which is blooming for me now. This is a small, kind of intermediate to cool growing coelogyne. I grow it in my grow light area, and it grows in a shady, bright spot in between my light units. This is a division from a big clump that I had, and I divided it about 2 years ago. So I divided it and got a whole bunch of back bulb divisions, and this is one of the front growths that I kept. This is the first time it's bloomed for me since I divided it. I used to grow it outside, so I wasn't sure if it would adapt well to my grow lights, but it seems to like it. I was growing it a little bit too bright in the beginning, so it was growing kind of small with these really light yellow leaves. So that's a sign usually if you're growing something too bright. And actually I figured out how to better grow it by mistake because over the course of the summer, one of my light units, a couple of the bulbs burnt out and I didn't notice. And actually all the plants that were growing under that unit grew much nicer than they normally grew for me. Like the growths were bigger and looked more, well, healthy. So I realized that maybe I was growing a lot of my orchids too bright. So I moved the light units further away from my plants. You know, growing plants is a little bit of a trial and error sometimes. So someone told me to grow my orchids, a lot of them, especially my cattleyas, as close to the light units as possible. But I think inadvertently, I didn't realize that I was growing them under too bright conditions, too bright and too hot. So I moved the light units away. I unscrewed some of the bulbs, and yeah, I find they're growing much better for me now. So, and I don't use as much electricity. Anyway, this is a really easy orchid to grow. I don't really do anything special to it. It grows pretty warm and moist in the summer, and in the winter it does dry out a little bit more than normal, but you can see it's still moist, and it has these nice little bulbs that kind of remind me of peony bulbs. And in fact, I think peony orchids used to be in the Coelogyne family, or sometimes they used to be called Coelogynes. So you can see they do look a little bit like peonies. Although unlike peonies, they don't have one bulb per year that shrivels up. They just keep growing. So anyway, hope you are all safe and sound at home. The world's pretty crazy right now, so it's nice to sit back and just see that nature still does its thing. It's on its own clock and rhythm. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.